Hey everybody, it's Sean. It's Tuesday, February 9th, and I am battling a bit of a cold, so my voice is a little bit different. I apologize. But it actually fits in really well with something I wanted to speak to you about today. We've been talking about emotions, or I've been talking about emotions for this month as a theme. And we've talked about how sometimes the way we language emotions and the way we approach emotions with our language can serve to either fuse us tightly with that emotion, in which case we get pushed around by that emotion, or it can help us create some distance between ourselves and our emotion and give us a little bit of psychological room to deal more powerfully and productively and peacefully with our emotions. And then we follow that up with a discussion about how we can visualize our emotions as like children that need some attention from us and some gentle guidance from us, and how our wants can also be treated the same sort of way. And as I've been battling the sickness for the last couple of days, something else struck me too. And with our emotions, the thing that creates the most suffering for us is not the physical sensations of the emotions themselves. That is, the physical sensation of, say, anger or jealousy or sadness will cause some kind of discomfort for us, for sure. But if you look closely at what happens when we experience those negative emotions of sadness or anger or jealousy, the thing that causes the most intense suffering for us is not the physical discomfort of the emotion itself, but rather the story that we tell ourselves about the emotion, about what it means about ourselves or about somebody else or about the world in general. And it's the story that we're telling ourselves and that we buy in our minds that causes us the most suffering. And this was driven home for me the last couple of days because I have a physical sickness. I'm sick. I have a cold that is impacting the things I most want to do. And when I tell myself that it should be different, or that this is bad timing, and I get angry because I'm too busy to be sick, or I've got so much to do to be sick, or this is so unfair, or how could this happen to me, or those type of stories, when I buy those type of stories without investigating them, then not only do my physical symptoms get worse, but I also feel worse about myself. The same thing is with emotions. That when we buy the stories about the emotions without questioning them, that we actually amplify the suffering that we experience as a result of the emotion. So try to approach your emotions more like weather. The weather is going to blow in, and the weather is what it is. And sometimes it's flurries, and sometimes it's a big storm. And you just prepare yourself for it, and you try to do what you can do once it settles in. There are certain things that you might be limited in doing, but there's other things that you can do. And so when the emotion blows in, just roll with it, do the things you can do, and then let it pass, instead of getting all bound up and trying to fight it. So take a look at your story and see if you can't relax it a little bit about the emotion and find a softer, gentler, more peaceful story that might help create some space between you and your emotions. I hope you're well. I hope next time that I share something with you via podcast that I am well. And I just wanted you to know that I am wishing you all the best. And hope that you take care and look forward to our next conversation.